Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking lessons from the book of Ecclesiastes, and we're in chapter 2. I'm reading from the New International Version of the Bible, and we're going to be reading Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verses 9 through 11. Verse 9, Solomon said, I became greater by far than anyone in Jerusalem before me. In all this my wisdom stayed with me. I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. My heart took delight in all my labor, and this was the reward for all my toil. Yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done, and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun. Solomon's treatise on the meaning of life is the book of Ecclesiastes, and Solomon is bemoaning the fact that there's nothing really new that comes to pass in life. Everything that is currently a reality has happened before. It's going to repeat itself in the future. Things in life tend to be circular. There's no real gains made, and there's no ultimate meaning found in any pursuit. Solomon has pursued pleasure. He's pursued wisdom. He's pursued noble works of different kinds. He's pursued architecture and building. And in chapter 2, he says in verse 9, because of the things he had done, I became greater by far than anyone in Jerusalem before me. And all this my wisdom stayed with me. I became a greater king, more wealthy, and yet my wisdom remained. I didn't give myself to mindless pursuits. My wisdom remained, but I tried all types of avenues to try to find meaning in life. And here's what he said he did, and this is in verse 10. I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. There are people today who think that seemingly to deny oneself is the greatest sin. Solomon said, I didn't deny myself anything. Anything I wanted, I went after it. Any pleasure I wanted, I pursued it. And continuing in verse 10, my heart took delight in all my labor, and this was the reward for all my toil. In other words, the pleasure that I can have is the due reward and proper recompense for the toil of my hands and the things that I have tried to do. There are plenty of people that view life that way. The greater they perceive themselves to be, the more pleasure they are entitled to. The more money they make, shall we say, the greater their expenditures. They're just enjoying the things of their hands, of the fruit of their toils in a sense. That's what Solomon said I did. I didn't deny myself anything because I deserved it, because I was greater than all the kings before me. And verse 11, yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done and what I had toiled to achieve, but on reflection, he says, when I looked at everything I had done, the things that made me feel entitled to pursue pleasure and follow the leadings of my heart, when I really looked at those things, what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless. Didn't really matter. Chasing after the wind and no gain under the sun.